G'day, podcaster. Well, today, a bit of a naughty one. We met a lot of people that have done some dodgies. We spoke to people who have been rude to rude customers, people who haven't done their tax ever, people who have set fire to things, and we also were joined by the Madison twins from OnlyFans. If you know, you know. Enjoy.
Live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Belle's
Late Drive on Nova. Love Run! Bill's the Love Run!
Yep, tonight we are joined by some very special guests. Identical twins Amelia and April, aka the Madison twins on OnlyFans. They're in the news today because they are looking for one boyfriend to share.
I'm sorry, Belle. Did you say they're twins?
Yes, they're twins. And they join us now. Girls, good evening.
Hi.
So, Amelia and April, let's get this straight. You're identical twins and you're looking for a boyfriend. Just one, singular, for both of you.
Yes, that's correct.
That sounds like a good deal. Now, I know there's probably a lot of young Australians listening now going, ooh, I wonder, do I fit the mould? Amelia, what are you looking for in a partner?
Well, we do have the same taste, so we could do a tall, muscular guy, maybe a little bit older than us, with a really good sense of humour.
Does it matter to you what they do for work?
That's a good question. Yeah. They must have a job at least. Yeah, at least have a job.
Have you guys shared a boyfriend before?
No, we've never shared a boyfriend, but we have shared guys in the past.
What does your family think of what you guys do?
It was a shock at first for everybody, but once they knew that we were making enough money to make a living, then all the worry is gone in the world. So. Yeah.
Once again, the people listening in, they're like, wow, these twins are also loaded. This is the sale of the century. How do I get involved? Is there applications open? How are you going to find this boyfriend that you're looking for?
We'd love to meet someone organically, at the shops or at the gym, something like that. But we do have an email in our Instagram bio if you're interested. That's also an easy way to get in contact with us.
Okay, so if someone wants to find you on Insta, do they just search Madison Twins?
Madison Twins X on the end as well.
That email account is about to get swamped.
13 24 10. Did you keep it in the family?
Yeah, give us a call if you got with someone and their brother, or maybe your partner got with your sister.
We have got concert tickets to give away if you get involved. 13 24 10.
Imagine if someone was with someone and then their parent. Oh, that'd be good.
Of course, you can remain anonymous if you wish. 13 24 10. Did you keep it in the family?
Sandra in Brizzy, you kept it in the family.
Yeah. When I was in high school, I dated a guy, and then 10 years later, my sister dated him and ended up marrying him.
Oh yeah, right. So was that like one of your first boyfriends sort of thing?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. In the high school, yeah.
When you were with him, was there an inkling that your sister liked him?
No. It was, totally different.
Older sister, younger sister?
Younger sister.
Oh,
yeah, right.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Well, I'm sure he got a few high fives at the pub, Sandra.
Don't make it gross.
Caleb, what about you? Did you keep it in the family, my friend?
I did.
Tell us about it. What happened?
These twin guys used to play rugby with my younger brother, and I slept with both of them.
Oh, heavens.
Wow.
Like on different occasions, or?
Yes, definitely on different occasions.
Okay.
Not together. I don't think they know about each other.
Right. That was my question because, you did it behind each other's back. They didn't both go, all right, you've had your turn, now it's mine. Okay.
Yeah, right. Kelly in Brizzy, you in a similar boat?
Sort of, yeah. I dated my dad's brother-in-law.
You dated...
Wait, what?
Sorry, hang on. Sorry. You dated your dad's brother-in-law. How does that work?
Yeah, so my dad remarried, separated from my mum and remarried.
Yep.
And then I didn't have much to do with him as a child, and then met my dad as an adult, and met his wife's brother, and we ended up dating.
Wow.
Well, I hope they weren't high-fiving at the pub, because that would just be weird.
Sam from Sydney, good evening. Did you keep it in the family?
I did, but unintentionally. I went out with some friends and went home with this guy, and then, all good and well, woke up the next morning, was looking at a family photo on the wall, and I thought I recognized something about it, and I definitely hooked up with his dad months before on a certain app.
Whoa.
I love that.
It's like Euphoria.
It is.
I know, it freaked me out.
Sam, did you
did a
tell
runner.
him or did you keep it a secret?
No, I definitely did a runner after that.
Yeah, I think rightfully so. It's a weird one to wake up to. Slept with your dad, by the way. Hey? Anonymous in Brizzy. This is exciting. You're not even giving us your name. You kept it in the family.
I did, yes. Well, I was only a teenager and my sister had this boyfriend. They'd been dating for a year and then he liked me, I liked him, so I stole her boyfriend, so to speak, and then we, ended up getting married.
Oh.
So my sister didn't talk to me for a few years.
Yeah, I bet she hates your guts. Yeah.
But at least you got married, though,
Yeah.
True love.
Yeah.
It was true love, yeah. And I've made the same gag a few times, but I'm also sure that guy had a few high fives at the
Okay,
wedding.
stop.
Anonymous, thank you very much. Kiara joins us now. Sorry, not Kira. Oh, sorry, Kira. In Melbourne, please tell us, did you keep it in the family?
Yes, we did. So my father had an affair with his brother-in-law.
Oh,
Your
whoa.
father.
So your dad was married to a woman, and
Yep,
then
my mother.
your mother, and then
Got with
he
her
got with
brother.
her brother, your uncle.
No, so my father slept with his sister's husband.
Oh.
Were they all,
Yeah.
when you say ex-husband, were they already separated when they slept together, or was
Not
it...
ex, they were still together, and it
Wow.
happened in our family home, and she walked in on them, and I was 18 months old.
Wow, so they were both married to women and then both got together. Gee.
Yeah.
True love?
But he went on and had another child with her, and my father is now gay. Yeah, or always been gay, but yeah.
Hang on,
Yep.
so she stayed with him after
Yep.
she walked in on them and had
Yep.
another kid.
Yep.
Wow.
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 Well, Kira, have you got a NutriBullet?
No.
Well, you do now. You got yourself a NutriBullet Flip, the number one
Oh,
personal blender brand in the world.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
No worries at all.
I mean, you're not coming back from that, though, right? Like opening that door and seeing your brother with your husband.
I mean, unless she stayed with him, so maybe, they had a good night.
The Ben, Liam and Bell podcast.
If you work with customers, you are about to get your moments to come on the radio and tell us what you did to them. 13 24 10. What did you do to a rude customer? This was after we spoke yesterday to a person called Joss, and Joss was telling us about their mate who was a mechanic.
If anyone ever comes in and gives him a bit of an earful before he's done with their car, he does have a habit of mixing a certain yellow liquid from the human body into the windscreen fluid.
You hear about it all the time. You get a bad customer, and particularly you think about fast food, stuff happens to their burger.
Yeah.
None of the ones that sponsor Nova, though, obviously.
Absolutely not, no.
But yeah, it's a bit of a... And I would assume it happens. I also feel pretty safe. I don't think I'm ever rude to people in customer service.
Yeah, it's just be a good person.
Yeah, and what goes around comes around. I think it's karma.
The reason I like Joss's is because I would never think if you were mean to a mechanic that they could do something as gross as pissing in your tank.
Well, and that's better than like cutting your brakes.
Yep.
I suppose you'll end up dying if they do that.
13 24 10. Sarah in Adelaide, what did you do to a rude customer?
Hi. Well, I was a hairdresser, and literally we would get so many customers coming in, and they would just be so rude, and like there was no need for it. And so basically, when they were really, really, really rude, I would just cut their hair shorter.
All right. So sometimes when people are like upset with a cut and they're like, oh, they cooked it, they did such a bad job, it's maybe because they were just rude. And,
Yeah.
and they, the hairdresser or the barber knew exactly what they were
So they'd be
doing.
like, "Can you take half an inch off?" I would just take an inch.
Yeah. And you go, whoops, my hand slipped.
All right, Sarah, thank you very much. Because you're our first caller, why don't we give you a $50 GYG voucher for dinner?
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
No worries at all. We have got more vouchers to give away. So 13, 24, 10. What did you do to a rude customer?
Yeah, try Guzmani Gomez's legendary Cali burrito. It's Chipotle seasoned fries in a burrito and guac and sour cream are included, only at GYG.
If you're feeling hungry and you've got a story, we want to hear it.
Sophie in Brizzy, what did you do?
Well, I used to work at an IGA, and there was this old lady who used to come in and abuse all of our young staff. So every time she came into the store, I would run to the back fridges and pull off her favourite ice break iced coffee from the shelf and then say we were out of stock.
I love it.
I love that.
Just love their ice break. Just coming in, she just wanted a little hit. No wonder why she's so angry all the
Maybe
time.
that's why she was abusing the staff.
That's it. She's like, oh, you should haven't stopped. I pre-called. They said it was here. They said you had 2 slabs.
Sophie, thank you for sharing. Megan in Melbourne, please tell us, what did you do to a rude customer?
So I worked in a bar as a bartender for many years at a pretty expensive establishment. And if anybody would come in and be rude, if, for example, they ordered a vodka and lemonade, then we would just serve them lemonade, but still charge them for the vodka as well.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
like, I don't think I'm a rude person, but sometimes I think, like, this drink is very weak. Like, is that something that's done a lot?
Maybe you're a rude customer, Bill.
I'm not.
Kylie in Barizzi, please tell us, what did you do to a rude customer?
It was a bit weird, but Red Rooster put a cockroach in someone's burger.
Oh, no.
That's
I mean-
Red Rooster, like, it's not a great ad for them.
Oh, and of course this was an isolated incident. I'm sure the rooster dealt with it immediately and you were fired. And yeah, but that's the thing, Kylie. And I get the spit in a burger, and someone would obviously have the satisfaction of, they would eat it and they probably wouldn't realise because I imagine it would just sort of just sit in there with the juices. But I think you'd notice the roach.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be going, oh, this is a new addition.
Keep your calls coming through, 13, 24, 10. If you work in hospo or any industry for that matter, what did you do to a rude customer? 13, 24, 10.
The boy who lived, come to die. I think I'll leave the impressions to Liam.
We have 2 tickets to give away to Luke Combs. Now, whenever we have tickets to give away to go see a musical act, we leave it up to Liam to decide how we do it.
After memorable, groundbreakingly creative segments such as Curry Styles, Spam Smith, let's give her the tickets. Flamey Shark, as in flaming hot Cheetos.
Watch how quickly
And Kylie Min yogurt covered cranberries.
Can't get you out of my head.
Call us right now on 13 24 10 for tickets to Luke Honeycombs.
You got a fast car.
Every now and then, you get a good one for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I actually did enjoy the Kylie Min yogurt covered cranberries last week. They were nice.
But could he have done puke combs tonight? That's the question.
Well, hopefully I eat so much honeycomb that I do puke. Alana, are you a big Luke Combs fan?
Oh my God, yes. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous.
All right. Well, Liam has got a honeycomb in his hands. It's a crunchy, to be specific.
It's crunchy. I'll stuff it in and then I'll start singing a song.
I haven't had a crunchy in a long time. He's really stuffing it in his gob there. All right, ready to go? We're going to need the name of the song to win those 2 tickets, Alana. What do you think it is?
That's not Fast Car, is it?
We're going to have to lock an answer in. You going to lock in Fast Car?
Yes.
Oh, it absolutely is. Congratulations, Alana. Who are you going to take?
I'm going to take my sister. Oh, my God, she's going to die. That's great. Thank you so much.
No worries at all.
Congrats, Alana. Luke Combs is coming back to Australia for stadium shows. Get your tickets now. For details, head to frontiertouring.com.
I haven't had a Crunchy in so long.
I'm not even a real fan. I picked one of his covers. I just wanted to eat a Crunchy, guys.
After BAFTA, it's the Ben Lehman Bell podcast. Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
A bit of a worry, Ben and Bell. Britney Spears has accidentally singed her hair and eyebrows off from being too close to the fireplace. So she's okay, but just a bit singed. That's why we're doing this.
What caught on fire? Give us a call on 13 24 10.
Radio's easy.
So easy, man.
Britney Spears burnt her hair off. We want to do what caught on fire.
And look, we're already getting calls. Natalie in Sydney, what caught on fire?
Oh, gosh. My brother-in-law was, he thought the fire pit coals were actually cold from a fire they'd had a couple of nights ago. So he tipped them out at the back fence, like sort of in the back garden there, which he'd done a number of times before. Anyway, goes inside, and there's like, I guess not fire. And there's like not a bush area. And he was like, oh, God, looks out the back. The whole fence is on fire, the back fence. The neighbours over the back are yelling and yelling. They've got the fire brigade coming. They're trying to hose it out before the fire has got there, but they still had to come anyway. It was just wild.
Oh,
my gosh. But that's the whole rule of with the coals. You have to pour water into it first before you dispose of them.
Otherwise, you're going to get a bloody back fence on fire.
Yep. And that is what we are looking for on 13 24 10.
Not
we
just
wanna know,
fences.
Not just fences. It could be anything. What caught on fire? Natalie, thank you very much.
And Nat, to say thank you, we're going to give you a $50 Uber Eats voucher.
Oh, thank you.
No worries at all.
What caught on fire? What caught on fire?
Yes, we are asking what caught on fire. Liam, how many intros did you make?
6.
Okay.
Katie in Brizzy.
What caught on fire?
My house.
Oh, no! Oh, I had that catch on fire.
My 5-year-old son was playing with some matches, and we have a little cupboard underneath our stairs. We call it the Harry Potter cupboard.
Hmm.
He
That's where you
set
put
the
him
baby
when
clothes
he's
on
being
fire.
naughty. That's where you put him.
I wish. No, my husband was out the front gardening. I wasn't home, and the fire alarm's going off, and our neighbour comes over and goes, I'm pretty sure that's your house. So my husband runs inside, and here's our son watching the fire in the cupboard.
Oh, my
God. Yeah.
Katie, that could have been really awful. I'm glad that you can laugh about it and everyone's okay.
Yeah, everyone got out of there. Well, Dorothy in Brisbane.
What caught on
Hey guys, well, I've got 2 boys. At that time, they were about 2 and 3 years old, and as the lady before me, they like to play with the matches as well.
Classic
So they
kids.
took the box of matches and went outside and sat under the patio and lit a fire. And they were beautifully sitting under the patio and just watching the fire. And my husband looks out of the window and see this massive smoke coming from under the patio. And he goes, what's that? I said, I don't know. I was like, where are the kids? Well, they went outside. So he ran out, had a look under the patio, and there they're sitting around the fire. And they were sitting against the wall, and there was a fire. And the only escape was literally to go around the fire and just get out. So he crawled under the patio, pulled them out. Don't you ever do it again. And since then, we kind of hiding the matches all over the house. Like
Yeah, that's a good idea, Dorothy.
Sounds like you got yourself a couple of firebugs there. We've got another call here from Jess.
Oh, what caught on fire?
Hey guys, so it was about a 400-metre strip of grass that divided a highway up near Ipswich when I was about 8 years old. This predates before we were able to not smoke in the car with children. My mum threw a cigarette butt out the window in the middle of the drought on the way to the shops, and on the way back, the whole thing was on fire.
Oh, no good.
Tell you what, though, great segment.
I thought you did 5 out of 6 well. There was one in the middle that I didn't really know.
You don't know Kasabian Fire?
Yeah, I kind of know it, but it's not a big song.
It is a huge song, but you
Not
guys,
to most people, though.
Well, you guys just know stuff that gets played on Nova.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Mr. Cool Man.
Yeah, we're
sorry.
loyal.
Sorry, cool dude.
If you're listening to this podcast at 2 times speed, it's the Ben Lehman Bell Podcast.
13, 24, 10. We want to know. Oh, no, we're not doing that. Thought we were doing something else. What I wanted to do right now was issue a public service announcement. If you have not done your tax, you need to do it by the end of the month, or you will receive a fine.
Yeah, unless you're one of those people that just don't do your tax.
Do people do that?
They're out there. They're out there. There's obviously people who can't be asked. There's people who are being fraudulent. Then you've got your sovereign citizens in there as well. They're like, I don't need to pay tax. I'm in my own country, in my head.
What's the benefit of not doing your tax, though? Like, is there a
Save
benefit?
money.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're kidding me?
Because when you do your tax, you have to pay the government money. That's what tax is. And then you get some back.
Yeah.
But if you just don't do your tax, then you never have to pay the government money.
Oh.
Like a lot of the time, it's
gosh,
people who are, a lot of the time it's probably let's be honest, probably tradies who are self-employed. They get paid, but then you have to say to the government or the ATO, "Hey, this is how much I earned this year."
Yeah, and that, they're living at a $1.4 million house, and they're going, "Yeah, I only earned 20 grand this year."
Yeah,
on the books. Lol.
Yeah. So see how I'm confused by this. Not so recently, but I just started doing my tax in recent years. Because I did have like a good 4-year spell of, I didn't know you had to do it. Like I was like late teens, early 20s. I'd been working for a few years, but I didn't know that you actually actively had.
So you
I
didn't-
just thought
you
like
didn't- when
tax time, I don't know, something just comes into my inbox. I don't know. No one at school said, hey, this is what you have to do at tax time. I was just like, oh, June, ha ha ha. There's tax stuff that goes on.
You
I
just
don't
thought
know.
there was like good deals on Foxtel and stuff. You're like, oh, EFS, woohoo.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, accountants have parties and stuff. Something happens, and then yeah.
You know though that you have to go back and do tax for like all those years. Like you don't just get to start
yeah,
fresh.
Yeah,
last
so
year.
in my early 20s, the first time I did it,
Yeah.
that year was heinous. Like I had to go back and get a good 4 years worth of stuff and then just pay heaps of money. And I still didn't understand what was going on. And I was like, but don't I get money back? Everyone's saying you can get Foxtel and buy things.
13, 24, 10. Are you one of these people that Liam just mentioned? Have you never done your tax? That blows me away. If you've never done tax, that's crazy.
Or you've had like 10 years off. If you were doing it to a point and you're like, Like, because, yeah, how...
You can't get away with that. Or can you?
Well, if you give us a buzz.
How long do you go until you go to prison?
Like 7 years, maybe?
And this is the thing. I know if if you're not doing your tax, you probably don't want to alert people to the fact that you've not paid tax.
But you can also not give us your details.
Yeah, just remain anonymous.
13, 24, 10. If you're one of these people that's never done your tax, you can give us a buzz. We'll sweeten the deal with some incredible prizes, and you don't have to tell us your details.
Meg in Brizzy, you're in recruitment, and you've never done
Hey,
your
guys.
tax.
I've never done my taxes. It's been 5 years since I've done my taxes.
Are you worried?
To be honest with you, no. It doesn't really stress me. I mean, you end up with a nice paycheck at the end of the year.
Yeah, you do, but like, don't you worry for the day where the tax department say, "Hey, you owe us X amount from all these years of unpaid taxes"? Does that not worry you?
To be honest with you, I think I'll be all right. Like, at the rate it's going, I've got a little bit set aside in case I get to strife, but for now, we'll be okay.
You also might be owed money. Like, if you did your tax, you'll get some money back.
Yeah, this is true. This is definitely true, but just the way I've got it set up and everything's going, just works a lot better that I keep the money in my pocket.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but okay, I'm not going to go into the depths of tax with you, but if you do return, you'll get money back. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Ben's going into dad mode.
Marty.
I don't think he's going in dad mode saying, hey, pay your taxes. I think it's just like, that's like citizen mode.
Marty in Melbourne, you've never paid your tax.
How are we, guys?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. You never paid your tax.
Yeah, I haven't paid my taxes for 6 years. I ended up falling behind a fair bit. I was 80,000 behind.
And
yeah,
So you just committed?
Sorry?
You just committed to the being behind?
Yeah, it just ended up piling up the fees and the letter after letter, and next thing you know, I'll get a mail saying I'm behind by 80,000.
Right, and so are you going to be doing it this year, trying to chip away at that, or what are we going to do with that one?
Yeah, so unfortunately, just have to come back and forth with our accountant, and we're just trying to get a resolution about it and see how we go.
I think the resolution will be you have to pay it.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be like, oh, no, you seem like a good bloke, Marty. I'll do you a deal.
Let's go to Anon in Melbourne. How long's it been since you paid your tax?
Hello?
Hey, how long's it been since you paid your tax?
It's been a while, about 7 or 8 years, maybe
7?
more.
Wow.
What do you do?
At the moment, I'm unemployed, but I was working as like a nanny, and so I got paid cash in hand for a long time. So, but prior to that, I was working in hospitality, and I just basically, I'm too scared to do it now.
And do you think they're going to come for you at some point?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah. I reckon they might.
I don't know how to break it to you. Like, everyone that calls up, I'm like, feels like people just sort of like, I think they'll forget about me. Like, there's like, what is there, like 25 million people in Australia or something? They're not gonna make us all pay tax.
Everybody sound very chill about it. Everyone's like, yeah, probably, but oh well. I wish I felt like you.
Let's go one more caller. It's another anonymous in Melbourne. This was your parents. How long did they go without paying tax?
Oh, about 35 years.
35 years? What did they do?
They had their own concreting business.
And so what happened?
Wow. They ended up with a bill of like $1.4 million. And they did some fraudulent stuff, and I ended up getting sued for their mistake, and I lost my house.
Why did you get sued for their mistake? The short version.
Because they apparently gifted me money to help me buy my first home, but I actually refinanced and paid them back. That was just their way of hiding money from the taxman.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
So are you still on speaking terms with your parents?
I wasn't for a very long time, but now I am. I recently reached out just last year.
Wow.
I mean, and it was going well there for a few years for it. No, you know what I mean? If you're 1.4 mil up on the tax man, I bet you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
But you know what, Anonymous, I think you're the first person every year in Australia that puts their tax in, and you are ready to go every year.
Yeah, great call. Thank you very much.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.